What's up guys, here's a tutorial on the Slingshot crossbow string. I'm making a new tutorial because my old tutorial sucked and I did modify the string ever since. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So to make the Slingshot crossbow, this is everything you're gonna need. You need a string. I got this at the Home Depot. I just attached it onto this thing. It's not gonna come like this. I forgot what this string is called, but you do not want too thin of a string and you don't want too thick of a string. Like fishing line, do not use fishing line because it's going to cut through the bands. You just want regular string and the toughest one you could get, one that won't like rip easily. This is another option. This is spear gun string. Spear gun string is like the best string for this because it's made for this. I got this online. The only problem is that this is really expensive. That's why I'm using this one instead. Another thing you'll need is crossbow lube. It just makes life way easier, and you'll see why. You need some paracord, a lighter, electrical tape, some scissors that are really sharp and tough, a multi-tool. I actually just found this. You need fitness bands, fitness cables. I actually got this on Amazon. These are better than the ones you saw at Dick's because these ones last way longer. The ones from Dick's usually last like around 2 weeks. These ones have lasted me like almost half a year. They haven't even ripped yet. You need Arno straps. You could get these on Amazon. Yeah, they're just called Arno straps. I'll post a link in the description on where to get this and that, the bands. And yeah, let's get started. Now, I already did the first step, but the first step you want to do is just to get electrical tape and wrap it around the cam. Because you do not want the paracord to be touching the cam because it's too like sharp for it and it will cut it. So you want the electrical tape to kind of act like a cushion for the paracord. This is about 3 layers of electrical tape. It's probably more. I recommend putting on more, maybe 5. But just wrap it around like around 5 times. I put some like right here. And yeah, that's all you have to do. This one is already used. That's why it looks all horrible. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Just wrap the camera around with paracord. And the second step is to do this. You want to get a piece of paracord and do this right here. Maybe you probably already know what to do just by looking at it, but I'm gonna show you guys in case you guys don't know how. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. All you have to do is, let me zoom out my camera, is just make a simple knot like this. I don't know what they're called. I'm not an expert on knots, but anyway, and then you get the tails and put on 2 knots like this. You want to make sure everything is even. Anytime you're working with paracord on this project, you want to make sure everything is even. Right now I'm just making it quick just to show you guys how I do it. But anyway, there it is. That's how you do it. And you do want to get your scissors and cut the tails off. And after you cut the tails off, you do want to get a lighter and burn the ends because you do not want it to like be splitting and stuff. And after you do that, you should get this. And yeah, it's really simple. And in case you're wondering, mine is, let me measure this real quick. Mine is about 3.5 inches long. You guys could see that there. Let me put it closer to the camera. You guys, it's really blurry, but it's 3.5 inches long. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but I would recommend it. But anyway, yeah, that's all you have to do. And now the second step is, let me zoom in. After you put on the electrical tape on the cam, you want to get this. Alright, so let me get comfortable here. You want to get this, put it in the inside of the cam, and grab these tails and poke them in the inside of the hole. And yeah, there we go. Hopefully you guys could see. And so there we go. That's all you have to do. Then you kind of have to like move it to the side so it could kind of be like this. Now before we do this, I would make sure that these things are really, really tight. I would recommend getting some pliers and making these knots really tight. But anyway, now what you have to do is probably the hardest step. And you have to, let me actually zoom in more. Let me move this. Now what you have to do is put on some of this lube onto the knots right here, and you want to just like rub it on the tip. Same with the other one. And there's a freaking like fly or something. Alright, so now what you do now is you get your band and you poke it in through. And the lube is to help it go in way easier. And now you get your multi-tool. I recommend using like a mini flathead thing it has. Hopefully yours has it. But you just put it all the way in. Let me check my camera, see if I'm actually getting this right. Alright, so with this tool, I usually just put it all that it goes. Let me see this. Yeah, this is probably like one of the hardest parts to do. Actually, never mind, it's not. But yeah. Alright, so around here is probably like the most that it could probably go in. And yeah. Alright, so I think that's good enough. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so they're both inside now, and as I said before, you always want to make sure they're even. Now time for the hardest part, and that is it's optional. You could use zip ties, but I think zip ties actually like make the bands rip easier, and it doesn't last that long of a time. So this is when the string comes in. You want to cut off a piece, probably like about 3 feet, I don't know, probably like about 2 to 3 feet long. And what you want to do, you want to go on YouTube and search up how to do the constrictor knot. And you could look up how to make spear gun bands, and they show you on those videos too usually. But you want to make a constrictor knot. So what you want to do is you want to put loops on each side of the rope. And let me just cut these. I don't like having these things dangling around. So I'm going to repeat it again. I would recommend going on YouTube and searching up how to do this. But anyway, it's just like this type of knot. It's pretty confusing. I don't have enough space, so I don't really have time to show you guys how to do it. But this is how it looks like. And let me put this on here. You want to put it right on top of the knot. This is kind of like a zip tie, but with rope. And it actually like alright, so there you guys could see it. Let me zoom in more. Let me get rid of all these things. And after you do the constrictor knot, you want to get like scissors or something. Put it on one side. And some pliers. Let me see if I can find some. Alright, so after you did the constrictor knot, you want to get some pliers and just pull on this as hard as you can. And you want to make sure these things are together. You do not want them to get separated like this. You want to make sure both of the knots, the strings, are both together. Let me just fix this real quick. There we go. Just pull on this. And as you can see, it kind of acts like a zip tie. And yeah, there we go. I would recommend just giving it all you got, because this is kind of like for your own safety, so it doesn't slip off. And yeah, and as soon as you did the constrictor knot, I'm gonna repeat it again. I would recommend searching it up on YouTube how to do it. Do the same thing to the other side. And let me just skip ahead.